Hello, this is a quick introduction to the TL term software for compiling and right, is my mic on? Mic check, mic check. Yeah, it's on. Alright, so I'm just picking up where I left off yesterday. I don't have a lot of time, I'm very busy, very busy right now. Probably don't have a lot of time to talk, I just have to get on with it. Okay. Download to see, getting quite a lot of trends. That's weird, was it pretty much right thing? Yesterday I started moving some of my sites to a different host to, long story short, to get the SSL working, HTTPS. So I got indiejockey.com now is HTTPS, which I'm very happy about. But I need to get more of my sites transferred and onto 1.22 gig right on domains 1 supplements 5. That's weird. Let's check supplements names. Tell terminal columns and add on under yards. Let's see where the disk space is going. There's a few big things you can clean up. I seem to remember an issue on this account relating to database size. Does that say 19 megs? Am I reading that right? Oh, 19 gig. Okay. Yeah, phew. Alright, that makes more sense. Still, that's really large. Why is it so big? D minus SEK star plus resort minus N. And you'll get your directories sorted by size from smallest to largest files and directories. Crazy big log file. That can just go. Oops. backfold is really big. This one is big. Strange. Just turned it on. Oh wow, look at this. That's where all the space is going. Alright, so this one can actually be really small. Databases are about 3 gigs, so that's quite big. There might be some I can delete or trim, but I don't remember which. Phew, I don't even remember what's still used here. Okay, 1.6 gig. That's mostly logs. There's a lot I can trim here. What I want to do, I want to move more sites to maybe to sitegrounds.com like I did yesterday. But I'm just trying to plan which site should go where on what account. King, so let's just come. Oh no, that's going to be localist. Oh, yeah, whatever. So, get a $15 a month, $29 a month. Phew. I actually need this, but I don't know. This might do. That's quite pricey. I should have just got this one as one of these and put everything on it. One big account, but now it's too late because I ordered this one yesterday. It's probably not too late, I can probably upgrade. I don't know if that's the best route. That is half of that, right? It's 2 of these. 20 times 3 is 40. So why do I need this one? I don't. African languages.com does get quite a lot of visits, but it's not as high as 100,000, but it's lower than, it's higher than that. But I'm not sure. Let's check AWS stats. Oops. Terminal distance 12 times 3, so it'll be 50 hours. So that's not bad, 88 rand a month. If I can get on that. And then in 3 years again, just decide what to do from there based on what the traffic and stuff looks like. I do want to add some bigger databases possibly, so I might need more space. Let me just check. SiteGround. And it's gonna work. Or can you order more space? Yeah, we can do a data center move. I chose Amsterdam yesterday, just because it's relatively more central. London might have been a better choice, I don't know. Choose. So you got a one time in okay, that's Army Readiness. I don't know. I think 20 is enough. 20 times 2. Oops, what have I done wrong now? Something's wrong again. Broken. Some of the pages are still broken. Damn it. How did I fix this yesterday? I know it is working. There we go. 3 gig databases, and how much? 21 gig minus, or 20 gig minus all these backups which aren't necessary. Which are taking 17 gig. Just leave those backups, and that's down to like 5 gigs. So we don't need a lot of space on there. 5 plus 3, we need 10 gig will even be fine. 10 gig space. I don't need a lot of space right now there. 10 plus 20, 30. So one of these, or 2 of these, not much of a muchness, I guess. I may want to add big databases later. That's what worries me. But I could just use... How big? 5 gig? 10 gig? I want to try add, could be 10 gig. Try add things like the IATE technology. Nice. I didn't have a plan. This could be useful. I should start with one of these, another one of these, and maybe then just migrate. I mean, just, yeah, if I need more space or whatever, I just... This one I'm currently paying for on HostGator monthly. So there's actually, I don't lose much, I can jump at any time. And I'm paying $17 a month at HostGator. So actually whatever I do here is going to be cheaper than I'm paying now. That's $15 a month. Well, unless I go $30 a month, but with this discount I'm going to buy quite a bit up front. I'm just going to get coffee here. I was making coffee. Walking around the house talking to myself, busy thinking about this. Anyway. Every day is different. You know, I can't predict. You know, I wake up and get messages from clients who need help with this, or need to help plan, or want a presentation, or need some help with a quote. And then I'm also dealing with family issues because I've got kids. Yeah. I mean, I'm not late, it doesn't make sense. Yeah. Basically, to do a stream, I have to try sort of separate what can't go on the stream and what can go on the stream, and then I have to move all that aside, the stuff that can't be streamed, and either pause it or put it on the side screen. I want to move a few more sites to HTTPS. And then I need to help I need to get the Xhosa dictionary more set up as well for the Xhosa National Lexicography unit. And that's probably only going to be a little bit of TLex stuff. So I probably won't do much TLex stuff today. And then I may have to do some web stuff because I've got to get their website. I've got to get more features onto their website and get the database working. Okay, I'm already signed in here. I want a new hosting account. Oh yes, that's what I was trying to do. See if see if there's backups. Oops. Right. I'm just checking. I want to transfer some websites, but they're taking too much space. This is, I want to buy a 20 gig account, but it's taking 21 gig. So I can't transfer it because it's not going to fit. So I'm looking for stuff to delete. And there's a whole lot of backups on here I can delete. I'm not sure if I can delete, so I'm just checking if I can delete them. If I can delete these backups safely, then I can I want to check if the same backups are, if I already have them. This is 611. And 51. Let's not check if this is the same stuff I already have. This is 611. Yeah, it should be. Before you delete anything, it's always never delete anything without double checking. Okay. That's some really old. I should have cleared this. I don't know why it hasn't been cleared. Taking 17 gigs. So these automated backups are not going to work anymore. I need to make a note of things I need to transfer, things that need to work. Automated backup scripts. Website transfers. There's yeah, automated backup scripts. Not anymore. Inside two. I know what that means. Get rid of notepad here. Email addresses, subdomains was very specific. Add-on domains, subdomains very specific. Okay, select .com and I'm not gonna do this. Yes. Electronic controls, system stuff, scientific files. There's a hell of a lot of stuff I have to think of to do website transfers. It's not a simple thing. HTTPS, that's what I want to get at. HTTPS. Okay, master tools. Dictionary API stuff. Should just work. It's need tested. Get logs. What is the term? Sales plus activation system. It's quite a headache. It's non-trivial. I wish I could simplify this stuff, but there's not a lot of room for simplifying. I don't like complexity. But there's inherently complex stuff here. Access. This stuff is a headache, man. This is a real headache. Why have I made my life so complex, man? So complicated. The thing is, there's a lot of different dictionaries and stuff, and like AfricanLanguages.com has, for example, there's Kalenjin dictionary, and there's all these, and there's all these on TLex.com. I don't even remember which ones are still. At some point, I had a really big one, which I don't think is in use anymore. So there's all these different terminology lists, and each one of these has a different database or database prefix. And then some of them connect to each other, like tlterm.com/Swahili has the Microsoft Swahili English terminology. So you can search for computer and it returns like Swahili or whatever of that. But then our African languages.Swahili, what it does is it's actually running an API as well. In African languages.Swahili, if you search for something, returns results from its own Swahili dictionary as well as this one. And for this one, it connects to an API server, which is running from this server. So if I switch to a different server, all this stuff still has to work. And it's quite a and it's a headache because the database prefixes are going to be different because oh, this one isn't running here anymore, that's fine. It has to be done though, because either I stay on HostGator and pay their ransom fees for HTTPS, and it's simpler, I don't have to worry about moving anything. Or that's a thing, my time is money, you know. It's going to save me time to spend money. So it'd be a grudge purchase to pay a big piece of money over to HostGator just because it's easier to pay them the ransom fee for SSL. I don't know, but I feel like a change though. I don't want to. I feel like trying a different host. That's not a good reason for a decision. It's a bad reason. It's expensive though. It's really expensive. It's $10 per domain. What did I work it out? Something like $80 plus $250 per year. Now, in theory, these accounts have like an automatic transfer thing, but it's obviously not going to be perfect. So I'm wondering whether I should just click the button and tell it to automatically transfer everything, and then just fix whatever doesn't work anymore. That's a terrible, you know. This list should more or less cover it. Oh yes, and then finally cancel scary accounts and NB, otherwise we're just gonna keep paying. Doesn't forget to actually cancel the old accounts once everything's working. So I keep both in parallel. The only reason I'm doing all this is for SSL, HTTP to HTTPS. That's it. Because these days it's reached the point where you're pretty much getting heavily penalized if you're not HTTPS compliant. That's not the right word. Compliant. Anyway, you know what I mean. If your website is not secure. That's not, your website isn't insecure because you use HTTP. That's the wrong way of putting it. But in certain circumstances, users' information may be exposed and vulnerable because of the lack of HTTPS, like session hijacking on a public Wi-Fi or something. You know, that's the main risk. You have the main risk of not being HTTPS compliant. There I go saying compliant again. Is if your users log on a public Wi-Fi to a website, blah 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 blah. There's, you know, on an internet cafe or in an airport, there's not a theoretical risk, an actual real risk of session hijacking. and leaking information as to what you're looking at. It doesn't mean they can hack into your website. So insecure is the wrong word. Insecure implies someone can hack into your website. But they might be able to, like, if I go log in on Wi-Fi and, you know, to one of my own sites, and then on HTTP instead of HTTPS, somebody sniffing the traffic, then, or running some sort of session hijacking tools, then they may be able to sort of impersonate me and log in as me, and then from there cause more trouble. I say theoretical risk because it's not that likely that anyone's going to do it in practice, because an attack has to actually be usually quite targeted to a particular site, you know, and you know the odds that I sit in a random coffee shop and someone there on the Wi-Fi has crafted an attack for Twanage.com is like basically zero. Which I mean, it's not really realistic, but people do funny things like it's not, and even big websites like Twitter, like I don't know exactly what happened, but one of the accounts I follow is quite a well-known personality or person on my Twitter account. His Twitter account was hacked in Dubai airport. I'm not exactly sure how. It's a good question as to how they did that, because that's not session hijacking, because on Twitter you're logging in as HTTPS. You know, Twitter is not letting you log in on HTTP without HTTPS. That is just not happening. So I'm curious as to how they did that. They probably ran their own Wi-Fi node that said, because they're in Dubai airport, I've been there, they have free Wi-Fi, so you can connect to the airport Wi-Fi. So it's easy for anyone who has a laptop, you know, running Linux or some special hacking setup. You can sit and just run your own hotspot and call it airport Wi-Fi, and then you'll have people connecting to your your Wi-Fi. And I think under those circumstances, you may be able to sort of fake it to look like it's secure between you, sort of a middleman attack. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend. Yeah, 8 gig is probably a minimum. Less than 4 gig. 4 gig is nothing. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to work with 4 gig. I could probably scrape by with 8 if I had to. Like if I was, I know because I've had for a long time when my budget wasn't very good. I had a 8 gig laptop that I worked quite a lot on, and it was painful, but I could get by. But this. Um, uh, anyway, yeah, you guys chat. I've got to work on this stuff. didn't have time for chat. This is why I have to sometimes turn off the chat. It's those are cool computers. That's 2.78. Oh, Blender, no. Yeah, I haven't upgraded it in a while. I don't know what's the latest version. I was just having a quick look how much memory it takes. What I want to do here, I want to put in my credit card information. Oh yes, I want to check. I don't even know anything about his game. And you want to work on it. Shouldn't you learn a bit about it before making that decision? Anyway, Oops, I didn't copy. Copy. Okay. Thanks for all the spaces in there. Why is there so many spaces in this? Oh, maybe YouTube is crashing the link. Alright. But just checking something here. But, just doing some stuff on the side screen here. Let's do transfer now. Why didn't I see a video? Always. That's not a real email address. Clearly not. Doesn't sound real. Why didn't I see video? Huh? I must have missed something. Six times 24. So 6 times 12 times 2 times 15 is about 2,000. Transfer. I'm just doing some banking quickly to move some money around a little bit so I can pay for this damn thing. Okay, now. I don't have a lot to lose transferring the host data really, apart from time, because that's anyway paying $17 a month, and it's on a month-to-month basis. So it's not. Where was I now? uh, $15 a month. 15 minus 6 is 9. $9 a month comes 12. So what I can potentially save is $108. Is 108 is there is what the extra I'm gonna have to pay is about 1,300 for insurance. Insurance. I'm gonna try this transfer thing and see what the hell happens. But everything's.com, I need to remove all of this, and then we're good to transfer. About 3 gig of databases, I think, and sure all being correctly prefixed. Maybe it can handle the wrong prefix. I don't know if that what does control panel type mean? I don't understand that. C panel. I mean C panel. Really. I didn't get it. Where did you send it? I didn't see a video. I just, yeah, I was like, yeah, there's the screenshot, and then, you know, also a video. There's the vid. There's nothing. I didn't see a video. Let me check YouTube. I don't know which YouTube account you're on, because I'm streaming on two. Twitch dash, YouTube dash. Let's just check both. It's on the Google. YouTube dash. Let me just go to channel remove. This way I can allow. There's audio, yeah. I don't know. This could be like a Rickroll. I don't know. Sounds? I don't hear. Yes, sounds. Oh, now I hear them. Cool. This is Unity. DD. I don't drink much other than coffee. Just want to see if this thing's running at the moment. I'm not sure. No. I've blocked people for way less than that, so got a very itchy trigger finger on the block button. This is oh, my mouse is also not working right. What's going on with the mouse? Let me just check something. Mouse is like moving by itself. It may have something to do with this DPI stuff. I don't know. It's that my friend did. Probably did, yeah. I just want to try run that again. Yeah, made in Africa. It's not an engine, it's actually that's the cool part. In those days when we started this, there weren't really engines. So it's the textures were done in Photoshop, and I think 3ds Max was used for the models. Yeah, I can show you a little bit around the code. We were actually making an engine. Yeah, it's for reasons I don't want to get into, but we didn't proceed with it. This is my friend Donovan. He now works in the UK. When did we do this? It must be about 15 years ago, plus minus. More than 15 years, between 15 and 20. But the we never finished the game, and I don't know if you have a keen ear, you might notice that some of the sound files come from... What is going on with this damn mouse? It's like moving by itself. This is new, I've never seen this before. I can't hold still long enough to take a screenshot. Oh, there we go. These are Quake 3 Arena sounds. I don't know if you recognize... If you play Quake 3 Arena, you might recognize the sounds. That's the computer playing, so that avatar over there. Okay, I'm out of ammo. Join game. No. Resume. Very nice. This game. There's a bug. Sometimes when you host a game, you start inside the other. This is C++ all the way. I can show you quickly a little bit around the code. The code is divided up into submodules, DLLs, that comprise basically an SDK, like a software development kit, like Unity. One for networking, one for graphics, one for the sound, general utilities and math, like 3D math, matrices and vectors, and then a sort of higher level game library that manages things like a game world with entities and so sort of generic entity, and you can derive from the entities to create new custom so I did. It's not an active project right now, but it's not inactive. It's currently so the network stuff, it's pretty much sockets. It won't support IPv6 yet. It will be IPv4 only, because IPv6 wasn't really a thing then. But it shouldn't be too hard to adapt to support IPv6. It's basically straight sockets. And some abstractions for this is my part of the code. This entirely some helpers for look, if I want to look for game dev work, this will be a cool thing just to add to, just to show those skills. The other thing I of course worked on is this Newfound game, which is a 2D game. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know if you've seen that. That's a 2D game, which are also just a small. So what I want to do is maybe look for game dev work, and then I can obviously add this to my CV and the 3D thing, just to help, and then the real simulation work I've done for 5DT, which is, I used to do some these surface mining training simulators. I basically was the main developer of this system at my previous job. This was basically my previous sort of company that I worked for was working on these systems. It's basically the same tech as in games. You know, it's 3D graphics, virtual environment, networked. But for industrial applications like training, mining, training the operators of mining equipment, or flight simulators, guided missile training simulators, underground mining training simulators. Yeah, I worked on a lot of different things. High voltage simulators.
Training scenarios include
Interesting work. I wouldn't mind doing that again.
Parking at a shovel or an excavator for loading.
I've got a few new things since I left. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much just 3D OpenGL. But the 5DT stuff, we use Direct 3D. So, so I got Direct 3D experience as well, DirectX, but it's a very dated. I'd have to, you know, just brush up my skills a bit. It's fun work though. What's yoink? Right, man, I just feel like I need coffee again, more coffee. If you get to the point where you're drinking coffee and it doesn't feel like you've had a coffee, then it's normally time for your body to have some proper rest. Man, too many tabs now. Oh, there we go, that's what I'm looking for. Start on ground, my account. Now I'm wondering if it's transferred anything at all, or when the transfer happened. What's neat about this is also it's very standalone engine. Like it would be easy to create another different game or something using the same engine because it's very generic. But I mean, there's in terms of market, you know, if we'd pursued this when we started it, we would have been way ahead of Unity, and we could have become the Unity basically, but we didn't. So for various reasons, now we're behind Unity. There's no point jumping in the market with an engine that's behind Unity unless you have something better to offer in some way. So I don't know what the value of this is really. It's difficult to say. Because it's it's not finished. It would need a bit of work to I mean, you can't say, oh, we're going to compete with Unity and then pop in the market with something that isn't as good as Unity. Unless you're competing on something else, like price or something. But I mean, it is not expensive for small projects, so that leaves niche markets, vertical markets like mining or I requested to the cPanel transfer, but it hasn't done it. No, I don't know if I must get. Or maybe I must just click transfer and see what it does. I know that's the main transfer. No, I don't want to transfer the main. Yesterday there was a button somewhere. Now I'm just trying to find it again. That lets me. I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Add services, not filling resources. That's weird. I don't remember entering a password. Let's try something. Damn it. This is weird. Didn't get a password. Let's try this again. Ah, finally. Okay. Ah, I thought somebody was knocking on my door. Let's go, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to see if I can import blah 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 blah. Close it. Damn automatic cPanel transfer thing is not seem to be working. I'm supposed to I entered the details to transfer the HostGator account automatically to am I making a game? Maybe, yeah, maybe. Making a lot of things. Right. The access panel, where is it? Location. Yes. I do. I try. Well, I don't have time these days, but at the moment, figure painting and figure drawing. It's gonna look like garbage probably if I go here, djv.com/art. Paintings or mons.com. I don't want to get my stream like blocked with a nudity. I don't know. Possibly not copyright cleared then. Yeah. That's not. I'm trying to. That's very rough. That's okay. Sort of quick sketch. Oh what else is a nice one? This is painting. It probably looks rubbish because I like the it's not so easy to make good sounds. It's actually, yeah, it's a Are they copyright cleared though, or are they just from a game? It depends what you're making. Like, I guess if I just make a prototype, or I'm afraid to click on here because I may get my channel banned. But anyway, what the hell? These are some of the notes. Anyway, don't report me, please. Don't report me. That's art. It's putting things and drawings. All right. Yeah, I'm very afraid of copyright. It's I don't even want to try risk copyright contaminated assets in a commercial game. I signed up for this thing, and when I did now, I told it, I gave it the Alt-C panel, and I selected the option to transfer my site, and nothing is happening. And now I don't know if this is just something that they run the script every 3 hours, and it's going to happen, or if it's just slow, or if nothing's happening, or if I have to go click somewhere again. Just check this one again, because when I was on this one, I remember there was a button somewhere. email FTP, really good access, you don't change password. Exp services. I can't see it. I don't see an option now. To import from. Yesterday there was an option there, man. I thought it was like at the bottom here. Like if you go here. What do you mean, like? I don't even know how you found the channel. Like, anyway, there's no discovery on my channel. It's like there's no like incidental discovery. I think like it's been shadow banned and squashed. It doesn't show up in search results unless you maybe search for David Joffe, Dave Newcomb or something. You know, then it might show up. But here's a I think I'm gonna leave this and just check in an hour or two and see if something has happened. If nothing has happened, then I'll follow up either with this report or, and then in the meantime, there was a bit of coding stuff I wanted to do. In this client stuff, I need to make it I need to make the document read-only in the client thing. If you use the .server option and then we connect to the client, we connect with the client to the server. I think it's on port 81 now. And we shouldn't be able to edit the document currently because it's a long story. They literally delisted yeah, it's a long story. I think I'm really not sure. There's there's a number of possible reasons that all make sense, and I made some comments really critical of their business practices, and I got into a debate on Twitter, and then at some point I suspected the guy I was arguing with was working for Google, and I said, "It sounds like you work for Google." And then literally a few weeks later, like, my whole site is removed from the Google index. Boom. I mean, but even now it's there, but you can see it's suppressed. Like, it used to be you search for David Joffe, I'd be the #1 result, and that was like that for like a long time, many years. And boom, now it's impossible for me to ever get on even page 1. I'm forced onto page 2 somewhere if it even shows up. So it's like, the channel, there's no traffic directed to my channels anymore, and my business channel has also been suppressed. It used to get regular discovery. We had various tutorial videos and various other videos that I posted on the business channel, and they would just steadily accumulate views over time. People would come across them in the search results, and then all of a sudden one day that dropped to nothing. There's no discovery on the channel. Nobody finds it. There's no new views on the videos, nothing. And it's been dead like that. There was a sharp drop off, boom, and then it just stayed dead. So it's the same with my personal YouTube channel. There's no There's no discovery on it, nothing. So, you know, you can't, if you search for very specific keywords, it'll come up, you know, that are where it's almost impossible not to have it come up. But other than that, dead. And we've also, yeah, I was also demonetized entirely on Google AdSense for a while, which is another long story. Yeah, we used to make, yeah, I'm not sure why that. I'm not the sort of person who's in their good books, apparently. I'm trying to repair those relations, though, because I can't run a business like that, you know. It's materially negatively impacted on my business in a very big way. You know, if Google wants to destroy people, they can. They really are that powerful. They can destroy anyone. You know, if your business doesn't show up in Google results because they push you to page 6, that's it. It's like, you know, they decide who lives and who dies. So I've got to get in their good books again somehow. So I try to stop criticizing them now, because I really don't have a choice. But I can't stop. Even now I'm criticizing them. But I shouldn't. I love Google. Google is wonderful. Let me feed the feeding the AI bots. Yeah, I don't know. It's a very big problem for me. It's at least I'm back in the Google results last I checked. You know, the worst case was boom, I was completely out. Like literally, my site wasn't even in. I don't even know if it's in or I haven't checked in a while. Like, but it used to always be number one, and then yeah, now it's always on page 2, and it's like suspiciously always on page 2. Like, I will do things to improve the ranking, and it'll jump to page 1 for like a week or 2 weeks, and boom, back to page 2. There's literally nothing I can do. It's like there's a something deliberately, a setting saying push that site, make sure it doesn't appear on page 1. Anyway, there's not much I can do about it anymore. I'm just at a point where I've got to try work around it in real life. You know, I've got to find other channels that are not Google related to market my business, like real life channels, like forming business partnerships or other sites like Twitch. The thing is, yeah, like 1% of people use those, and That's really the harsh reality. Nobody, the combined, you know, all those other websites, all those other search engines combined are like, Google has something like, I don't know what it is, it's like 90%. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to clean up my act. I don't criticize them online anymore. It's stupid. I can't afford to. Maybe. Hold on, I'm coming back. Yeah, the only except for yeah, that's the only big thing missing that I don't. The only big problem with my sites at the moment is they're not SSL certified or whatever. Not certified. Right, not SSL. That's the only. Yeah, but it's not going to make a difference. I know, because the sites are blacklisted. I've got to find ways to work around it in real life, and I'm working on it, you know, as best as I can. You know, Google are not the only, I've got some ideas. I just have to treat it as damage and try to work around it, basically.